Hello, welcome back to the Prestige TV podcast feed. I'm Joanna Robinson.
I'm Rob Mahoney.
And it's been a little spotty this summer in terms of content.
Bleak, I would say.
But we're back. We're back, baby. We've got a lot going on the Prestige feed. We've got our miniseries Hooked that we're doing, where we're going through some of our very favorite shows of all time. Breaking Bad, Mad Men. We've got a couple more shows on the horizon we're really excited about. What else are we doing, Rob?
Today, we're covering Task.
Yes.
Very exciting to actually have good TV, good prestige TV, dare I say, back in our midst.
We're going to be doing Task week to week and then Slow Horses at the end of September. It's a really good time to be on the Prestige feed. We're really excited. Bill's joining us for Task today. It's going to be a good time.
This message is brought to you by Apple Pay. Forget your wallet. It's all good because with Apple Pay, you can pay with a simple tap of your iPhone, the wallet you never forget at millions of places worldwide, including websites, apps, and anywhere you see the contactless symbol. Security is built in with Face ID, so you don't have to worry about your cars getting lost or stolen. And the best part, you still earn card rewards, points, and cash back you love. So say goodbye to the bifold, add your card to Apple Wallet, and start paying the Apple way. Terms apply.
Prestige TV podcast. We are back. Task.
That's your most somber intro to a Prestige episode ever.
It's a somber show.
It is.
Rob said it was a hilarious show.
Yeah, laugh a minute is what I heard. Yeah.
What's up, chicken butthole made me laugh louder than I would honestly care to admit in any other context, but here we are.
Fair.
Joanna Robinson right there, Rob Mahoney right here. I'm Bill Simmons. What was the last time we convened?
It's been a minute for the
three of us.
Yeah.
Been last year, right?
Oh, no, your friends and neighbors. Over Zoom.
Oh, yeah, over Zoom.
Right.
Not in person.
No.
Well, HBO, I mean, on the bright side, we have a show like this again. On the downside, could have used it like 6 weeks ago.
We're really good at
When there
Really?
was no sports and nothing going on.
It was a tough summer. It was
Yeah,
a tough summer.
maybe don't drop this during week 1 football season. That was Jomi was complaining about that beforehand. But I'm just glad we have a show like this again. It's
my
only
God.
7 episodes.
Yeah.
Brad Inglesby.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where do you want to start?
This is one of the best pilots I've seen, or first episodes I've seen, maybe since The Pit at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I would say, just in terms of putting us in the world, giving us characters that we care about. There's a lot in this episode. It's only 66 minutes, but there's just a bunch of short scenes, and you just feel like you've learned a lot. We go through 2 B&Es. You know, a character I already cared about has already, spoiler alert, died, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, it's just a lot
Well,
going on.
The moment he announced his impending nuptials,
Yeah.
that guy was cooked.
But I didn't know it was going to be episode 1, though.
That is fair.
You know?
Well, so for you, Joe, what was the "we are so back" moment? This has been a slow summer for TV, as Bill said. When did you feel like, okay, we got it?
It's the first conversation. So this is Mark Ruffalo's here, but Tom Pelphrey, who I really love. It's a 2-hander. He's our second lead. And so the first scene where Robbie, is having sandwiches with his buddy Cliff.
Yeah.
And they're talking about private islands and what do you do with garbage on a private island. I was just like, I could watch this
Completely.
scene all day. That was it for me. What about you,
So
Bill?
I had my guard up the whole time.
Okay.
Because I was like, this is really good. This is really good.
Yeah.
And then when Ruffalo was with the priest and he was super drunk singing the rock song.
yeah.
Doing Phillies trivia.
No, dude. And I was like, I'm in. You got me. I'm giving myself to this show. But all actors I like.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize the oh man, I'm blanking on the Oscar movie Coda.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The girl
Didn't
from
even
Coda.
recognize her.
Amelia Jones, yeah. There's
Amelia
a lot of,
Jones.
like Mayor of Easttown, there's a lot of Brits here doing Delco accents. So,
Well, Tom
you know.
Pelphrey, who had an unbelievable Ozark season.
Oh, my God.
And was one of those where you thought, man, after this season, he's going to be a major, major star. And it didn't quite happen,
Yeah.
but maybe it'll happen now.
He
Then
did
Ruffalo.
like Out of Range, but I've been waiting for something to really, really show him off. And I think this is going to do it.
Well,
It
then-
already is for sure. And that character has to work for the show to really hit high highs. Like we're going to be in on Mark Ruffalo leading a task force, solving a crime. Great. I would be in just on, as you're saying, Joe, like the domestic drama version of just his home life with his brother's kid and his own kids and their tangled web. Like I'm in on that stuff, taking away the crime elements.
Well, they're doing this. So have you gone ahead or no?
No.
Have you?
No.
Have you gone ahead?
Have you? I've not.
I haven't. And my wife was furious. She does it every time.
It was tough.
They'll never know. Just do it. I'm like, I'll know. The audience will know.
No, I wrote down
A
a
man
bunch of
of integrity.
speculation questions, and I was like, it won't be fun to ask these questions if I already know the answer.
Well,
It's
because
true.
it feels like we're setting up for Ruffalo's going this way, Pelphrey's going this way, and
We're doing
gonna
Heat.
do this. We're doing Heat.
We're doing Heat. And he's
I'm here for
and
it.
Inglesby has said, I'm doing Heat. And
Yeah.
so he's not pretending. And so I would be deeply surprised if our guy Robbie makes it out of this season of television alive. And the fact that I already know that and I'm willing to be deeply invested anyway is, I think, a testament to
I think
what Brad
they're running
can
in
do.
a small airport. Just chases.
Just cash flying
as 6
everywhere.
planes fly
Yeah,
over
yeah.
them.
One can only hope.
Very possible.
Yeah.
We left out one other actor who I like from a show that I don't know how many people saw, but Looking, that was on HBO
Oh,
like
I
10
loved
years
it.
ago.
Yeah,
Robbie the barber guy.
exactly.
That was one of my wife's favorite shows.
I love
so
Looking.
was in there, and that was
San
the
Francisco
guy.
classic.
Yes.
He got involved with the Jonathan Groff character.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
I always liked that guy. And then I don't know what happened to him. And now he's back as one of the robbers.
I think he does a lot of theater, like stage.
Yeah.
Does some theater.
Yeah.
He's
He's
popped up
good.
in this and that, and he was in like Cha Cha Real Smooth. He's
Yeah,
again
yeah.
smaller parts, but he is another character who, based on his character in Looking, if you put anyone in his orbit, I'm kind of rooting for them just on proximity.
Yeah.
And so like I'm totally bought in on the Pelfrey character already just because of their friendship and their relationship. And their B&E history now.
So there wasn't a lot of press about this show yet because I think they're embargoed it and it's coming. And we're
Mhm.
taping this ahead of time. Inglesby said to EW, which was the only big feature I read so far, he said, "The people that you know in life are essentially invisible. Every day your mailman drives through your neighborhood. He knows your bills and magazines, and the trash men know what you're eating, your Amazon boxes." And that resonated. So he's going for, I'm
Well,
going
fuck.
deep, everyday people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
But
then shit's going to go down.
And there's that great line when Cliff is in the one last job that they do when they're first scoping out, and he's like, "That guy was looking right at me." And Robbie's like, "No, he's looking right through you, like everyone does, right?
Mhm.
No one
Yeah.
ever sees us." And turns out that wasn't the case this time.
Well, then they really, what's that, like the second scene they're together, they're doing like the Pulp Fiction, talking about what burgers are like in France kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I was like, I like these guys.
how do
I
you
know
get-
they're
I
both
know.
going to die.
What do you do with your trash pickup on a private island? You know?
Yeah.
I
And
have many
also-
questions about
yeah.
the trash boats.
And also Robbie has this like deeply, again, this reminds me of De Niro in Heat, but like this deeply romantic figure talking
Yes.
about wanting to share his life with someone when he gets on the dating apps and he's like, "I believe people come into our life for a reason."
Well,
Yeah.
he
You
almost
know?
says it, but he was.
He might have hit send on that.
It's
You don't
true.
know.
It's a fair point.
We don't know. But that's so important. Give him something in addition to his kids, but something like romantic
Yes.
to care about.
Mm.
And then
Fake
we're
name in the
invested.
dating app is one of the things we learned.
Apparently.
Yeah. If you don't want somebody to Google you because things are going to
It's
come up.
Sil Bimmons, right?
Fake name. Yeah.
Classic Sil Bimmons.
You're Googling one of these dudes, you're like, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he robbed a bank.
Yeah.
These guys have not heard about Google reverse image searching yet. Like, this is a solvable problem,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
It's
but
true.
That's
Sure.
episode 2. Rob comes in, explains stuff to him.
I'm the IT professional here to help.
So the first 3 minutes of this show, I think are one of the best first 3 minutes of a show I can remember. It's got the pounding score already. We're just seeing all these people, all these characters that we're going to have. It's moving. And you know what the show is, which I think is so hard to pull off.
Yeah.
And I watched it a bunch of times. I was like, God damn, this is really good. It ends with like Ruffalo puts his little ID thing
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
his job on his desk.
The
but he-
brochures.
The
he
Hershey
looks
Kisses in
banged
the
up.
bowl.
You
Yeah.
just know he's like, oh, this is a guy who clearly peaked 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And now he's kind of here. And you just get a feel for everything. It's just real. In Inglesby, he did Mayor of Easttown, which we should have
Yeah.
mentioned
Mhm.
earlier, but it just is good at shows like this.
Yeah, there was a lot of waking up weary scenes in Mare of Easttown. That was like a classic
Right.
hallmark. I was curious what you guys think of Jeremiah Zager, who directed this, and he also did the Sandler, the Hustle basketball
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, you're right.
And so I was just wondering, like, if visually there was anything that reminded you of that.
I mean, the
movie?
Allen
Was that-
Iverson drop, you got your obligatory mention to Philly Hoops. But other than that, like I was trying to figure out all that common thread. Because yeah, there is like some of the performers have been in both of their projects.
Mhm.
Both of those guys pop up. I think the relationship clearly works between writing and directing at a super high level. Establishing all that weariness. And I think it lends itself to Inglesby in particular does a lot of like real people, for lack of a better way to describe it, who are down on their luck, who are just trying to make it, who are like on the edge of decency, but also like trying to find something for themselves. And this is exactly that kind of story yet again, I think on both corners, to be honest with you.
He loves a a grown out bleach job. Like if you've got a lot of roots in your bleached hair,
What
you're
says-
going through it.
What
you
says
know?
just trying to make it better than that?
Exactly.
Well, we talk about this sometimes when we do the rewatchables movies from the 70s and 80s, and just this whole era when movies were about, I don't want to say normal people, but just everyday people. And that shifted for a lot of reasons. But the kind of people that we have in this movie easily could have been in some movie, or in this TV show,
Yes.
easily could have been in a movie in like 1978, where it's just like a 2-hour whatever.
Something that really unlocked for me, and I had written it in my notes, but I wasn't sure if it was just like a Joanna thing, but I was listening to an interview that Inglesby did with Roger Deakins, where he was talking about like the movies that got him into movies. And he was like, number one, Breaking Away, which is my number one.
Oh, wow. So that's
sports
why
movie.
he had that lying on
quarry,
the quarry.
The quarry
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, we're doing cutters. And he was talking about how like in watching Breaking Away as a kid, he's like, how did this film capture what it was like for me and my friends? What are these walk and talk scenes? These just like ambling around, rolling our bikes around downtown, like Indiana, sort of thing. And so these scenes of we're just sharing sandwiches together and we're just having a conversation together. And it's so important to get us invested in these characters before we run into
Before they're wearing scary
airport.
masks.
Yeah,
Kidnapping
exactly.
children.
Yeah.
But there's something like so like primordial about that. Like I'm a man who's never been on a quarry before. You know, like this is not a personal experience I have. And there's clearly like a level of specificity to the show that for like Chris and Andy will hit in a totally different register than it will for me. But there's something about the just sort of like freewheeling nature of that moment that's like, this is summer. This is like a level of freedom and a level of success and a level of like, I'm just taking my mind off of anything that's happening in my life that is so easy to connect to. And within the show that is bleak and is dark and has abductions and murder and like at least an investigation into the drug trade, also has this like incredible levity and this lightness and this humanity in it that I'm just really clicking for me for sure.
And then Ruffalo, who we'll talk about right after the break. Mark Ruffalo, what's your relationship?
We were just talking about You Can Count on Me when
Fucking
we did
rules.
the 2000 draft,
So good.
big pick draft. That's my introduction to Mark Ruffalo, and I think it's one of the best things I've ever seen. I love this guy so much, and he was sort of in not MCU jail because he played
Because
the
they
Hulk.
couldn't make a Hulk movie.
Yeah, they couldn't.
Yeah.
They legally couldn't make a Hulk movie, so he was not locked into I'm making Hulk movie after Hulk movie. So he's got his like world global fame because he is the Hulk, but then he also just picks extremely interesting side projects. He's doing your spotlights. He's doing The Kids Are All Right. He's doing whatever it is, and you know, Inglesby. The reason Inglesby got Mayor of Easttown made was that he made the pitch to Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
And the first thing he did on this was he made the pitch to Mark Ruffalo. His move is get the star on, and then everything will flow from there. And so I love that Ruffalo wanted to do this and get really into this deeply broken bad dad.
But he's good at that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, we've had him 25 years now.
Wow.
I'll
What's your-
save
yeah.
some of my thoughts for the You Can Count on Me rewatchables because we haven't done that on Ruffalo.
Wow.
Because I love that movie.
It's a perfect
I
movie.
honestly love that
Yeah.
movie.
Bleak week on the rewatchables.
Well,
Just
totally.
fully
I don't
down
know
the
if
rabbit hole.
We've
Cello
gone bleak
week.
already.
Cello week.
But it's interesting to think about his career in the 21st century context versus the 20th century context because so he hits in that movie and then he does some really cool, interesting, like he did this movie called XXXY
Mhm.
that I really liked and I thought was just weird and cool and really different. It's just gone. I don't even know. You don't even find that on
Yeah.
streaming at this point. But then he was also like, everyone was saying this is the next guy. This is the next big thing. So then you kind of have to go down the rom-com side. You got to go on the superhero
The
side.
Reese Witherspoon.
And he's kind of straddling.
The 13 going on 30
I always
years.
felt like
yeah.
he just wanted to do things like this, like
Mhm.
this part in this show.
Yeah, exactly.
But then was paying the bills with the other side. But that's also what Hollywood wants.
That's true.
They're just pushing you to this other side. And I don't know. He straddled it both, but then you see him in something like Spotlight. You're like, guy's a great actor. But then you
Nominated
see him
for
in
an Oscar
crappy
4 times.
rom-com number 4, and it's like, why is he in this?
Well, he's not doing those anymore, and I think
He's not.
I think he found his lane with Hulk because he's in the new Avengers movies. He's going to be filming in his little like mocap suit for the new Avengers movies, right? But that's kind of light work compared to I have to do a whole rom-com. I get to do 15 minutes in Avengers Doomsday or whatever it is. So
Yeah.
like,
I
and then I
always
can do
thought he
this.
took like Ed Norton in the 90s and then he kind of passed the torch to Ruffalo as like the next guy
Yeah.
to just be in weird movies. Like Ruffalo easily could have been in 25th Hour
Yes.
if it was like 5
Yeah.
years later. But Norton, there were movies he never would have done that I feel like Ruffalo a couple times kind of caved on.
I think that's probably true. I mean, their presences are a little different. Like Edward Norton's version of charisma is a little harder edged, even
Yeah.
still.
More frenetic. Yeah.
Ruffalo has a softness and a warmth to him
Yep.
that makes it really effective when he's like the world wearied, beaten down by his circumstances kind of guy in all of these dramas. And so it's like, I can understand a producer or a director saying, let's put that guy opposite a Hollywood starlet of some kind in a rom-com. Like I get the formula and I get how we kind of are still in that space. And it's what makes him so good on the dramatic side too, ultimately.
XXXY, he has some college girlfriend. All of them kind of intersected at one point, and then they goes fast forward like maybe 6-7 years, and he's with somebody else, but runs into the old girlfriend, and then all of a sudden they may or may not have had sex in the kitchen when the new girlfriend walked in, and it just gets fucking weird. It's like there's like it should be a special channel for movies like this, like fucked up kind of sexual.
You're
romance
like,
gone wrong.
You're like
indie.
the
Nobody's
Three of
making a
Hearts
lot of money.
threesome
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
era.
All
yeah.
that kind of just weird.
There is a channel, it's called theringer.com. It's basically all we do here.
I feel like you should do a mini series for rewatchables called like Unfindables, and it's like the movies that
That's
you just
definitely one of them.
literally cannot
Yeah.
find
Yes.
anymore,
Yeah.
but do exist.
You had to buy for $17.99 on YouTube or something like that.
Exactly.
But it's interesting. You Can Count on Me is probably, I think, what people would say was his best performance, and that was the first one.
Yeah.
But I think he got nominated for that.
Mhm.
I mean,
Right?
Spotlight
And for
may have
Spotlight-
transcended it in terms of like cultural footprint at this point, just like a more recent
You know why?
audience. Why is that?
Because they knew.
And they did nothing.
Yeah. Nominated for The Kids Are All Right.
Yeah.
His,
That's
strange
a weird movie.
accent choices
That's
in
another
Poor
like
Things.
that's in that. That would be in that
He's
weird
so
channel.
great
The
in
Kids
Poor
Are
really
Alright.
good in Poor Things.
That's the thing. Like he can be a ham. Like we love the Brothers Bloom too. Like he's
We
so
love
good
the
and so
Brothers Bloom,
charismatic
yeah.
in that. And you need all of that if you're going to have drunk Ruffalo, hard boiled Ruffalo, leading the task force Ruffalo. Like he's going to have to be all of these versions of himself.
But this, to go back to you talking about watching the opening multiple times, this episode we've all watched a couple times at
Yeah.
least, really rewards the rewatch because once
Yes.
you learn about the fact that he, studied and became a priest for a while, we get the scene later with his friend where he's talking about
Yeah.
his lack of faith and how he doesn't give a shit anymore. And then you rewatch the opening where he is like reluctantly, but kneeling down to pray when he gets up,
Yeah.
and it's just sort of
I
like,
missed that one the first time.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
well, I was like, why is this such an onerous task for him? And then you find out his whole history and you watch it again. And it's just sort of like, this guy is just bird watching his way through life. Doing
Did
his
you have
best.
baggage with what you knew about the show before you watched it, or did you watch it blind?
What baggage would you be holding?
Well,
you
I
back?
didn't know anything.
Yeah.
So I thought especially when we had the home invasion pretty early, I'm like, oh yeah, home
Yeah.
invasion time.
And
then-
that scene fucking rips.
Yeah.
The first home invasion especially is just like so
It's
tight,
violent.
so
It's good.
kinetic,
And
really,
the
really
mask
good.
designs
Yeah.
are really
everything.
Are
good.
you more demon, werewolf, or skull guy?
A skull guy.
Yeah, okay.
Skull guy all the way.
I always thought you were a
Yeah,
skull guy,
it's
Joe.
true.
What's Hall of Fame all time mask for you though? Point Break.
Point Breaks. The presidents are
Yeah.
right up
The
there.
town is pretty good. Like it kind of falls
They're
out
the-
of the cracks.
the nuns in
that
the town, or
conversation.
what are
yeah,
they-
they're like
Yeah, yeah,
nuns. Because you want to cover like from here down
Yes.
if you move around.
I gotta
That's
say,
my mask thoughts.
I gotta say, when our guy Cliff, when both of them took their masks off before they were out of that
Yep.
house, I was like, don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do that, man.
But I also needed the relief of knowing that Cliff was not the one who got shot. You
Sure.
know, like I needed that as
That's
a viewer
why-
personally.
That's why they did it.
I
Well, it's
appreciate
also
it.
so the kid could like
Yeah,
ID them.
that's
right?
really it.
But the first watch, I thought it was going to be more violent, and then when we're in the kitchen with him just singing to the priest, and I'm like, all right, all bets are off. I don't
Yeah.
know where this is going. Like the second episode, there might be no violence at all.
Maybe
It might be them just playing backgammon with a 10-year-old kid for half the show. I don't know.
just a babysitting show from
Were
here
you
forth.
so they try to build tension at the end of the episode of like, did they kill the kid or not?
Yeah.
Was there a minute where you thought that might be what the show
Well,
was?
we should talk about that because that
Yeah.
was the best moment in the show because I thought they were going to kill the kid.
Yeah, I thought it was possible. It's clear like something is
When
going
they
to
stop
escalate
and they
the
look
stakes.
at each
Yeah.
other,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh my, they're
And
going
then
to
you get
fucking kill the kid?
the relay of calls, 4
Yeah.
dead bodies, and then actually there was a kid in the house, and we're on tenterhooks. But
Yeah.
I just thought the echo, like the fact that the episode opens with Robbie carrying his son, you know, to his sister's bed in the morning and all of that, and then ends with him carrying this kid in. Great idea, guys. Bring the kid home. This is going to be fine.
So you got some different thoughts on parenthood as a theme.
Sure.
There's religion, I think, is going to be a big piece of this show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Family and community.
Yeah, but there's going to be something about faith that I think is looming. That would be my only guess. I think they laid some groundwork for that.
Well, we also don't really know exactly what's happened with Ruffalo's character's son as of yet. What's your hunch?
You know, your hunch is a flashback, isn't it?
Oh, well, yeah, because
little CGI Ruffalo, 7 years earlier.
They cast Murray Enos from The Killing as his wife. Like she's in the family photo.
Yes.
So we're definitely at least getting some.
The lead from The Killing?
Yeah, the redhead from The Killing.
Wow.
Yeah. So
what's she been up to?
Waiting for her moment to be in a
This is
photo
really
in an HBO show.
Well, in that photo, so it's the old family photo, classic little transporter device for a show like this. We get Ruffalo's character, Tom. We get ostensibly his wife. We get the daughter we know, Emily. And presumably her brother, who we know is in prison, but we don't know why.
Ethan.
And then another young girl who could be a friend, who could be another sibling. Do we know who that is?
So this is what I think. We've got, he was a priest and...
She was a girl.
This is... Can it be any more obvious? Some sort of missionary trip. I believe Emily, the daughter we have spent some time with, who's working at the Water Ice place, and the son who's in prison were adopted.
Yes.
And then there's like a biological third older
who's
daughter
out of the house,
who's just not around.
Who knows
right now? Exactly.
But something bad happened that made him stop being a priest.
Because
there was some sort of catalyst for that too that we
left the priesthood
don't know.
And won't even visit his son in prison.
There's something's looming with that.
The paperwork that he looks at when he's in the meeting with the lawyer, 3rd degree, murder in the 3rd degree, would not take his medication, had voices telling him to kill, assaulted the spouse. So I believe the son killed his wife. And that's what he's in jail for, but like due to a psychotic break. And if these were like adopted kids, there might be this tension that Emily, feels in terms of like, do you regret adopting us if my brother killed our mom or something like that?
If that is what happened, Ruffalo's in great shape. Like that's a lot to go through. And this is we don't get the impression it's that much later if sentencing is still happening.
Exactly. So I think he left the priesthood because Inglesby did say in an interview that I think it was his uncle who was a priest and then left the priesthood or something like that. But he was like interested in this strain of FBI agent who used to be priest. What made you leave the priesthood and become an FBI agent? So we don't know what that decision was, but then it seems like an even more recent horror. And once again, this is just me doing my best freeze frame Mahoney impression and looking at legal documents.
If we think the murder kid, if your theory is correct,
classic murder kid,
the forgot to take the meds excuse opens the door for forgiveness in the heart because it wasn't totally your fault.
He doesn't seem
leading
ready to forgive.
A big scene with a glass window.
Oh,
in between.
Yeah.
And now that I'm on my meds, I understand what
because
I
if
did.
You refuse to visit
classic trope and shows.
It is a classic.
If you refuse to visit the kid in the first episode, it means you have to like agree to visit the kid before the finale.
It's true.
Mid-season.
You got to come back.
What are we doing?
If we don't have one conversation with phones through glass, like what are we even doing?
I mean, in so many ways to go. You could just whip the drink at the glass. You could spit at the glass.
The Phillies
cup? You could pound the glass.
I am glad this is one of those things that transcends all regional specificity. The like oversized plastic cup from a ball game that's then used to just guzzle alcohol is really an American tradition that has no equal.
I'm impressed that he's still mixing it. He's still squeezing the limes.
With his finger though.
Still, but he's still like going to the trouble to squeeze the limes.
I gotta say, Tom Pelfrey, exceptional actor, incredible presence on this show. Him
I didn't
double
recognize
fingering ice cream out of the vat from the freezer is one of the most deeply upsetting things we're going to see on television this year.
Did you recognize him?
Like, just in the show?
Like I didn't make the Ozark guy connection.
Oh.
Well, and then I was like, Tom Pelfrey.
That one, he was billed highly enough as being part of the show.
I just forgot. I watched it during COVID. I don't remember 2 years of COVID.
So good in that.
Just all blank slate.
Never mind. I'm glad Mallory isn't here for whatever that was that you just did with the ice
Look,
cream gesture. But
that's what happened on the show.
Should we talk about Martha Plimpton? I have a question for you, Bill. If you were to call me into your office and I brought you a lovely bag of garden grown tomatoes, would you cherish that gift from me, or would you just drop them on the ground?
I would cherish it.
Okay.
But I see Martha Plimpton and it's just like all bets are off because she's been going for I will steal every scene I'm in status for about 6 years here.
She's fantastic. She's carrying the Mayor of Easttown torch into this show. Really great.
She's
stuff
coming in hot.
Yeah.
So we know she's the surly police chief, and we know that there's going to be more to come
on her way out
from
too.
her.
You know,
nothing to lose. Forced retirement. Yeah.
That's it. If you could mix that plot in with wasn't quite on the meds.
Yes.
But now is on the, like, we could just merge those two plots
She knows
together.
the family. She's asked about Emily, so she's close enough to the family to know.
That's true.
Do you want to talk about the 3 younger members of the task force?
Let's please.
So that was my biggest question about the show, if I had to nitpick anything.
Okay. Too many characters?
I didn't love the 3 characters. I didn't really understand what they were going for. I thought they were trying to make it too quirky. And I thought that was the weakest scene.
Okay.
I thought they were just trying too hard with
the
it.
intro scene, but not the later investigation
do I
scene.
smell mold and all that? I was like, all right.
I really like her. And I like
her being Lizzie.
Yeah. State trooper.
Yeah.
Lizzie.
Sure.
And I like this sort of she's the one who bothered to talk to the neighbors moment that she has at the end of the episode.
Didn't read the file though.
No. Well,
didn't do her homework.
Maybe it got caught in her spam folder. You don't know. But I got to shout out my guy, Fabian Frankel, Sir Kristen Cole from House of the Dragon here as
show I never watched. I don't know who that is. Was he in the Mavericks?
Honestly, Kristen Cole, great pick. Great potential, high reach.
Anthony Grasso.
Yeah.
Love this. I'm really excited
for
this.
So just deep Joe cuts right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. So Kristen Cole.
I will say, as far as, a laugh a minute show like task, Lizzie on the phone to what I assume is her soon to be ex-husband saying, is that what you're doing? Like crawling around my place, writing your name on all my stuff, you little raccoon fuck.
Yeah.
Look, it's just good writing.
But when she exits the scene later and she's like, I've changed my mind, I'm keeping the recliner.
That stuff was pretty broad, though. I will say, the 3 characters, we need to very quickly establish who they are in relation to each other. And okay, here's the clean freak. Here's the girl who's kind of a hot mess and trying to get her life together. Here's the guy who's a little bit down the middle, but we're trying to still figure him out. It is the broadest part of the show, especially when you contrast it to the slow play of everything that's happening with Ruffalo and Pelfrey, too.
Did you get hooked into watching Saltburn the year it came out?
I did not.
The movie?
Yeah.
It was big in my house. I only watched it once.
So the actress who's playing the state trooper is the sister in Saltburn, and she had a lot to do in that movie. This is a very different part for her, but she is actually always Hot Mess Express. This is just a more American version.
I would have potentially not even introduced those characters. Now I'm giving Brad Inglesby notes, but I would have. It was 66 minutes. If you were going to cut a scene and move it to episode 2, I probably would have done that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not sure we needed them. I was really enjoying the 2 worlds that we were kind of bouncing back
and you're
from.
We've got a hole to fill because Peach Boy is no longer with us.
No.
And it's going to
Rest
take
in power, Peach Boy.
It's going to take 3 whole characters to fill his shoes.
But I think the contrast of that if we did just do the version of the pilot that's just centered around the 2 guys on opposite sides of the law, the way it's sort of slow playing the introductions of them, and in particular, I'll say with Robbie, where it's you see them as garbage men. And it's are they garbage men? Are they PIs? Are they undercover cops? Why are they sifting through all the trash at these drug houses? It's the way that's all slowly pieced together as you're meeting his family, as you're getting a sense of these relationships. And I think the pull the rug aspect with that character in particular from this isn't just a nice, well-meaning single dad trying to do the best he can. He is the freeloading brother of a dead man living in his brother's kid's house, snooping
stealing
in
her weed.
Stealing her weed out of her drawer. I think the way that they deploy all that stuff is so smart.
Maeve, Amelia Jones's character is 3rd build in this show. So, and I was curious why, but now knowing that there's going to be another kid in the house that they stole from, and she's going to have this tension of am I complicit in this? Do I take care of this kid? Do I have suspicions about where this kid came from? What do I do? So, yeah, I thought she was really good. Amelia Jones
for sure.
as the
good
niece.
actress.
Yeah.
Considering I didn't even recognize her.
She transformed.
She really did.
It's the micro bangs. They'll get you
Oh,
every time.
All kinds of stuff happening. We should mention this is the second most important TV pod on the Ringer recapping this because this is set in the Philly area. This is like
Watch
fucking
Core.
crack cocaine for Greenwald and Chris.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
It's
What
like
else?
it's
It's
like
almost
Brad
like-
made it for them,
Seriously.
honestly.
It's like trying to fuck with them. If there's a scene at Bad Brothers, what's Chris's bar? I think that's what it's called. There's a scene in that bar, I'm gonna go nuts. Then we'll know he's like deliberately antagonizing them in some way. All right, let's go through the episode really quick. So we get all the setup. We get the two seemingly not bad, likable guys talking about their love lives while they kind of stalk a house, grabbing stuff out of garbage. One of them's a criminal with a heart of gold, putting his kids to bed. Just a nice
Seems
guy.
like they both have pretty
Yeah.
goldy hearts.
Other guy just wants to
Ish.
meet somebody.
Gold adjacent.
These
Gold
are nice
until
guys.
it comes time to just like beat the shit out of the kid who's in your house.
But Cliff is like, don't worry, you don't have to make me dinner. I'll
That
take care of myself.
that
It's
also
fine.
was a good move.
You know.
The Reed Drummond recipe that may have busts out. First of all, Reed Drummond probably has grounds for slander for this episode. Extremely tough. That
Yeah.
said, also inedible.
And then we get the Ruffalo side. And it's like, all right, this guy's either putting his life back together or his life is kind of settled here. So we get that whole setup. And then we just get a home invasion pretty early. It's like 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
And the switch flips. And it's like, okay, here we go.
Here we
Really, as Rob said, really nice and clean.
Mhm.
Just a good scene.
Well, you have to see it go well before you see it go terribly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like clockwork the first time.
Yeah.
And honestly, it sounds like the first like 10 times. It's just they pushed a little too far with the one last job.
I guess I did have a nitpick about how big is this area and wouldn't it be easy to just find these guys?
Well, I think
Or
that
is
they
it
said they
harder
were
when they're
hitting
robbing
multiple counties.
drug dealers.
Yeah, and that they were hitting multiple counties. I
Multiple
think.
counties, but most of these houses are run by one gang, it sounds
One
like.
motorcycle club. I love an MC.
Do we get the motorcycle club episode possibly?
I
would
mean,
love
we're gonna
it.
get
Do we
more.
just switch out of there?
Oh, just to like Sons of Anarchy time.
Yeah, we're just for a half hour. We're
Yeah,
on a
we're
motorcycle
with the
club?
prospects.
That sounds phenomenal.
And what's going on with the Pennsylvania Motor Club scene?
We're about to find out.
Let's
Brad's
just
about to tell us.
let's True
Doesn't
Detective this
exist.
shit. Like somebody goes undercover in the motorcycle club. I don't know who it's gonna. Maybe that's a job for Lizzie. You know,
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
she
yeah.
has just the
Feuding with
attitude
the
for it.
Amish. Like I'm feuding with Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
And then we get some Robbie Maeve.
Yeah.
Unusual name.
Irish.
There was one.
It's
There's a
2025.
Maeve Quinlan, right? That was an actress. Can't remember. I'm trying to
I
think
don't
of
know
other
Maeve
Maeves.
Maeve Binchy, author. It's a very Irish name.
Very Irish. Anyway, they start battling. That's not. He's hiding in the closet watching her hook up.
That was a great scene.
great
Like
and
the whole thing,
excruciating.
the whole thing, like him walking in with the headphones on
Yeah.
and like dancing around to the music. The fact that they have both guys like enjoying music and dancing around to music at a certain point in this episode, both in train wreck scenes.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was like really great. I love the tattoo assortment on
Yeah.
Tom Pelphrey.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we haven't talked about the fact that he's like his dead brother is this big weight that's hanging on him.
Yeah. So what do we think that backstory is?
I don't know, 2023, so fairly fresh.
I mean, could be a different kind of job gone wrong. That's hard to say. Like maybe it's completely unrelated to all this stuff. I don't know.
I had
I'm going drunk driver.
Drunk
Oof.
Driver. We're Prestige TV at Spotify.com.
Yeah.
I was trying to source there's like this medallion hanging from his rearview mirror that has wings on it and like the date of when Billy died. And I was trying to see if it like is this Air Force or is this just like
Yeah.
angel wing stuff? So anyway, if anyone has medallion information and wants to email us, I would like to
Joe,
know.
you're coming in with the freeze frames with the incredible accuracy. I'll also say, like, yes, email us at prestigetv@spotify.com. I did investigate whether we should get an email address for this show specifically. I did try snickerdoodle223@gmail.com.
Is it taken?
Unfortunately, it was already
Oh,
taken.
no.
So we'll have to come up with something else.
Did you try emailing it to see if it's like HBO is running
Honestly,
that email?
would be a great bit.
Yeah.
Joe heard that somebody said online, Prestige peaked during White Lotus. And she's like, oh no,
Oh.
just wait.
Yeah, just wait.
My freeze frame game is going up a notch.
It's coming.
So we have the actual robbery. Well, Ruffalo getting bombed with the priest. What was the rock song?
Oh, I looked it up.
I feel like I know all the rock songs. And that was one where I was like, I kind of like this. I don't know what it is.
It's out of Africa.
It's an African rock song?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like they were, I think it's
I don't have
is
that
it
Outside
playlist.
of your listening,
Yeah, I don't have that
Zimbabwean.
playlist.
But it's the band, I don't have it in front of me. The band was inspired by Jimi Hendrix. I know that. And
I thought it was good.
It was really good.
The music budget on the show generally very good. The selection amazing.
I liked it was like, come on, Danny, take your collar off.
Yeah, now you're just a guy.
Let's get rowdy in the kitchen.
Can I tell you something that another movie that I got really excited about that this reminded me of?
Please.
And this is just like a confession time for me. I really like the movie Signs. And this reminds me of Signs, wherein deeply unproblematic actor Mel Gibson plays a former priest
Your
who has given up priesthood because his wife died and he has lost his faith in God and has, children to take care of and also an alien invasion. So what is more like an alien invasion than a home invasion, I ask you? But like that idea of the former priest who's like bitter about God, but still believes and is wrestling with it.
Especially because of personal tragedy, right? Like who's wrestling with it for that reason. Do people not like Signs? Do you like Signs? M. Night Shyamalan Signs?
Only seen it once. Should
People
I
tend
revisit
to not
it?
like Signs.
It's definitely revisited. It's worth the rewatch,
I mean,
Is it really?
Absolutely.
I really like it.
Joaquin
is
is
great.
literally batting 1,000 in it. Like, I mean, he's
nice.
really coming off.
Baby
Interesting.
Abigail Breslin is in it. Got a Culkin in it.
Honestly, and one of the great freeze frame moments in film history in terms of that alien coming across
true.
the alleyway.
It's true.
Does Mel go to Moon Shadows and get bombed and then insult some cops? Or that's a different movie?
It's a different
in
movie.
between scenes.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
bad. That priest, by the way, I don't know if he was kind of into how fucked up Ruffalo was.
He'd seen it before for
20% of it was like, I kind of came here knowing this would happen and I'm ready
definitely.
for it.
Well, like he's like, I'll
be carrying this guy up tonight.
I'm with you through this. I got here, you're drunk.
Yep.
I brought you some pork sandwiches to try to soak it up. It's obviously not working. So I'm just going to, when the daughter has seen it so often that she knows how to turn his head so that he won't aspirate on his own vomit and stuff like that, and he says, he'll find his way through this, right? So this idea is like, I'm going to be here as his friend through all of this. So, yeah.
Their relationship I just found to be really sweet. Like, again, there's so many like lived in aspects of the show from the jump that does make some of the clunkier introductions stick out a little bit.
Who turns your head so you don't aspirate in your own vomit? Is it just your wife or are there other people that...
Would the dog do it for you?
I think the dog would do it. You know? You train them well, they will take care of you.
And then the robbery scene, which is like high-end action level, the second one. We got two twists. There's a guy coming up the stairs, like, oh, that guy's going to die. Nope. He kills one of the three. And then we get the second twist of the hands coming out. And then the third twist of the kid.
And losing the gun is the first twist.
I do have,
I guess it's a 4-twist scene.
I have a lot of notes for
Let's hear
everyone in this scene, but here's what I have to say. If you want to survive the day, I don't think you should scream, "We've seen your face. We've seen your face. We know you." That's not guaranteeing you're going to make it out of the other side of this home invasion.
Yeah, let's talk this out. What's the upside of that?
None.
Honestly,
basically, it's like, just shoot me. I know who you are.
I know you are.
In real life, absolutely. For a TV show, as three people who know this, I did think it was like kind of a flex. It's like, we are so unafraid of you and you're like second-rate bullshit. We've already seen you know who you are, and we almost are daring you to shoot us.
It is a fun action character trope as the female in the room who is so unafraid that she's actually on the attack.
Yeah.
Point Break had a great one where they just come.
Oh,
yeah.
She's fighting everybody in the thing for 5 minutes. But yeah, that I don't know who that actress was, but she was bringing it.
She was feisty.
Yeah.
Some Amanda Plummer.
We've seen your face.
Yeah.
And then we get the we got to take the kid as the ending, and then a nice little Brad Inglesby, the house and the shot going backwards, and we're just back in nowhere America.
But I really like that we had the earlier argument between Maeve and Robbie on that same like deck area.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that we know, okay, he's going into this peaceful house, but there's already like so much tension inside this house, and now he's bringing a child he's stolen into the mix.
It's going to go great.
It's going to be fine.
Had to be begged to stay.
Yeah.
And now I'm sure Maeve is going to have no questions whatsoever.
It's gonna be
Rob, should we do task character baggage rankings?
I would love to hear it.
Okay.
I think Ruffalo's character is 1.
How much ice is he going through? If he has to do a whole sink full of ice every morning,
It was a lot.
He's
The
one.
full plunge, that's intense.
every morning.
Might be the daughter, Ruffalo's daughter, too.
She's going through it.
She's lost multiple family members.
Yeah.
She's got her worried about her dad throwing up on himself every night.
When
Yeah.
she's not put in the position, the show is kind of like setting this up dramatically. The question of whether she will testify or not in her brother's
The
sentencing
family
hearing.
statement, yeah.
And then question within that, if you are her and your, I assume, biological brother killed your adopted mother, if that's what we're assuming happened, do you want him to get off less? Do you not want him to get off easy? Like, she's in such a difficult position. So the baggage is high.
That's probably, and then probably Tom Pelfrey's character is probably
I don't know
third.
about Maeve. What about
Maeve
Maeve?
is tough. Lost her dad,
Yeah.
is a 20-year-old who's basically having to raise several kids who are not her own siblings,
One
it
of
seems
whom
like.
is wall-to-wall fart jokes.
Well, look, feature or bug, you decide.
Yeah.
And her uncle, who's just like basically a deadbeat sleeping in the other room.
And doesn't know how to cook something that doesn't look like,
Yeah, Maeve might be third.
yeah.
I don't know what happened. Like, how do you put cheese in the oven and it doesn't melt? Like, what did you do to that cheese?
What was that cheese?
I don't know.
It was so marshmallowy.
It was clumpy in a feta way, but feta would melt. So I've had many questions.
It would be funny to see Brad Inglesby tackle Big Little Lies as his next show or something like high-end, wealthy.
Something glossier.
He's in
Yeah.
like the Hamptons, just people making bag grilled cheeses.
Have you had water ice?
I don't think I have.
Frozen custard?
It's
Have
good.
you?
I've had water iced, yeah.
I've never
I've had Rita's specifically.
There are 2 Ritas in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So dare I suggest for the finale, we should maybe
I
get
would love
some.
it.
But
I have not had the cherry flavor that apparently has cherry bits in it.
Mayor of Easttown was the first time I'd ever had a Philly cheesesteak. I'd never had one before.
Wow.
So that was like my first time ever.
Overrated,
So
right?
it really is.
Yeah.
I'm actually not a fan at all.
Yeah.
I mean, low key, the pork sandwich is better. Like, straight up, as far as Philly delicacies
So,
go.
you know.
The irony of local delicacies is that almost always they're overrated.
Are there
like-
any you're willing to go to bat for?
Like the lobster roll is another one. Lobster rolls can be good,
Yeah.
but people think when they go to Massachusetts and the Cape, it's like, got to get the lobster roll. It's like, I don't know if you do. Really depends on where you're getting it from.
Very
you might
true.
not have the greatest experience.
Prestige-
Primanti sandwiches in Pittsburgh is another one.
I would say Prestige TV at Spotify.com, Chicago deep dip pizza. Sorry,
No,
I couldn't even say it.
I
I did
like
not
it.
have a great time
It
with
is lasagna, but I like it.
No, I like it in general, but I was just like nothing about the ones
Rob
that I
made the
had
key
in
point.
Chicago
Deep
were
dish
like,
pizza is lasagna.
Yeah.
which is
So you
delightful.
got to get deep
There's
dish
some
pizza.
great,
You
there's
feel
some great
sick
Bay Area
after.
versions of deep dish, but then I went to Chicago. I was like, this isn't any better.
The first 3 bites are great, and then it goes like this.
Mm.
It's like a Charlotte Hornets season. Here's an NBA joke for Rob. It starts out great, and all of a sudden LaMelo's on the disabled list.
I think you're being very kind to the Charlotte
Yeah.
Hornets with that comparison,
But
honestly.
you just feel sick after like 2 slices.
Oh, it's intense.
It's like a lasagna crossed with I don't know what. But yeah. So anyway, local delicacies, cheesesteak, it's fine.
Would you go to bat for a local delicacy from your hometown?
Well, so the clam chowder
Yeah, the chowder.
and the scallops in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're worth it.
The fried, if you get the fried scallop situation, because that's where stuff like that, it's if you're getting it like out here, or maybe not out in LA, but let's say you're middle America.
Yeah.
They're sending you frozen scallops that they're then
Mm.
unfreezing and then serving to you, right?
you can
If you're
tell.
in the East Coast, it's just like they got the scallops.
Texas barbecue,
Unimpeachable.
barbecues,
Yeah,
unimpeachable.
Tex-Mex barbecue, what a burger, unimpeachable.
San Francisco sourdough burritos.
You know what's not unimpeachable from the Bay? Dutch Crunch. How do you feel about Dutch Crunch?
Disgusting.
People try to sell me on it.
I didn't know that was-
Tri-tip? I don't know what we're doing out
I didn't
here.
know
Like,
that
there
was
are
a Bay
better-
Area
there are better
problem.
options.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's funny how Texas, and a couple other places, but really Texas barbecue is just different.
Oh.
It just is.
It's a
For
lifestyle.
a variety of reasons. It's weird that LA is the second biggest city in America and has not figured out barbecue at all past like a B or a B plus.
Yeah.
Bad news for brand new Angelino, Rob Mahoney.
Extremely tough for me, but I will find it. I
There's
have
one
some
place near
promising
Dodger
leads.
Stadium that's
Yes.
not that far from you that could be a good one.
I've heard some interesting spots. I think the difference is the barbecue culture in Texas is so different. It's very much like I'm just going to commit to waiting in line for 90 minutes to 2 hours, drinking a beer while standing outside with my friends. Like that's just a part of
we have
the experience.
Koreatown here.
I mean,
So I mean, the
And
bottom
that's like one of the best
Yes.
scenes in the country.
bottom line is
Galbi Gym,
everyone's
let's
regional
go.
food is terrible except for Boston, all of Texas,
Yep.
and the Bay Area,
nailed it.
and LA.
Yep.
I
That's it.
disparage Boston with the lobster rolls.
But the chowder.
It depends on the chowder.
Okay.
I think people think
I'm sorry, I thought you were hitting at Maine with the lobster rolls. I didn't know that was an own goal.
Oh yeah.
lobster rolls can be great. I'm just saying. People think when you go, it's just a blind order and it's going to be great. And it's like, just pick your spots.
This isn't sushi in Tokyo. You can't just like roll up to the 7-Eleven equivalent in Boston.
Pick your spots.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Predictions.
Well, here's my question. Which fresh-faced member of the task force is dying first?
Is getting shot in the back of the
Is
head.
anyone else getting married?
Oh, this is a great question. Well, we got one divorce on the book, so she seems safe. Lizzie seems safe by comparison.
Are Lizzie and Anthony Grasso hooking up before the end of the season?
Why not Aaliyah though?
Well, he keeps looking at Lizzie like this hot mess, and then he was like,
yeah.
"But there's something about her."
So you're seeing like an enemies to lovers
I
situation
don't
for
know.
them.
I don't know. Kristen Cole's
Whoever
a little
dies is
dog.
going to have some sort of backstory, like a scene taking care of their sick father, like something that'll
Yeah.
make people
I'm
like,
excited
we
to-
can't lose them.
I'm excited to learn more about Aaliyah. We just got very little beyond
Yes.
one wet wipe.
Which vindicated. That house is disgusting. You should wipe down anything
Yeah.
that is touched there.
That's
like
fair.
that's a fair perspective.
That's fair.
I am already devastated for when Cliff dies in episode 5 or so. Because we got to start cutting off the roads and the options for Robbie.
So you think the MC gets Cliff?
I'm not sure
and
who's going to
then
get
the
him, but
feds get
yes.
Robbie.
I mean,
okay.
that is the kind of like the escalating stakes is that people are just going to start dying in retribution because of this motorcycle club. So why not Cliff?
Cliff's had tough luck on HBO, just in general, finding happiness.
Yeah.
So I'm
I don't
a
know,
little worried
the
about
looking movie turned out okay. Like Team Richie all the way. But you know, he'll have his moment here before then, hopefully.
Yeah.
How about you?
Not
Any
even a very
predictions?
good barber.
Okay, that's uncalled for.
Wow. Tough.
Admitted he wasn't a good barber. I think that the episode 2 normally is the reset, take it easy, set up episode 3. Let's try to get some shit down, some character stuff in. And I don't think we're going to learn a lot the next time we do an episode.
Seven
think we'll be
episode
like-
season though. There's a lot.
I know, but it's that they're going to go, and then episode 3, and it'll just do that little dance.
You
would
feel
be
like
my
there's one
guess.
episode where we're just bird watching. We're just capturing new bird calls on the bird watching app.
And some quarry stuff.
Yeah. More
Maybe the
quarry
salt
stuff.
content in
Yeah,
the quarry.
Yeah.
We're definitely getting a couple twists, right? That Mare Vistone had a couple big ones.
Of course.
And probably a Ruffalo completely falling off
But something I
the
will
cliff at
say
some point.
is that Mayor of Easttown, I'm curious. This show is so good, but I am curious if it's going to be as much of a phenomenon as Mayor of Easttown was, because Mayor of Easttown was a whodunit, and this is not a whodunit. It's a, what do they say on Poker Face?
A why done it?
A when catch 'em?
How catch 'em? How catch 'em?
Sort of thing. Like we know who did everything.
Well, so what qualifies for a phenomenon at this point? Because you could argue the pit
Oh, I think the
Yeah.
pit's
actually became a phenomenon.
it did.
100%.
Absolutely.
Like for what you're looking for from a streaming only on Max kind
Yeah.
of show.
But the pit has a gimmick, right? Which is like every episode is an hour
Right.
of this one shift sort of thing. I think the show deserves to be a phenomenon. I'm just curious if it's going to catch the way that Mare of Easttown caught in a very specific COVID time. You know, content was sparse,
And everyone loves Kate Winslet.
and Kate playing like rough and tumble is far more surprising than Mark Ruffalo playing fucked up and curly headed. So you know,
Can we play right network, wrong network?
Where do you see this?
I think it's an HBO show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This feels like the right place.
Absolutely.
Which is a rare thing these days.
yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
Although now we have a better sense for what's an Apple show.
What
we?
I was about to say, I'm
Your
all
Friends
ears.
and Neighbors felt like an Apple show. The
That
morning
did.
show felt like an Apple show.
We
Yes.
continue to ask these questions.
I'm-
We don't know the answers.
And as we ask these questions, the subscription price goes up and up and up.
What else do we update? Anything before we go?
I don't think so. I think we got most of it.
I didn't really make a prediction.
I'm just like, we are so fucking back. Like I'm so psyched and energized by the existence of this show.
What about the possibility of a zag if Inglesby likes Heat?
Yeah.
It's too easy to have the Pacino ending where De Niro dies and Pacino's holding him. What if they zag and Ruffalo's the one that dies?
Very
Pelf-
possible.
I
Pelfrey
could
gets
easily see
away.
them. Pelfrey's not going to get away because I think there's a reason why there's a legal guardian ready to take care of those kids as soon as he dies. Like it's a good reason to have Maeve on the
DH
scene.
is just sitting there
Yeah.
ready to go.
But Tom could also die. Ruffalo's character could also die.
Yeah.
Because Emily will be fine.
Double
I
death?
think. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, the Heat structure is just like these two guys, again, across purposes, bouncing each other, like off each other all season. But who dies?
Do you think they're going to have a diner scene, or is that too much to reach for?
What's the Philly equivalent?
I was wondering.
At the Wawa?
Is there going to be
Meeting at the Wawa?
Meet at the Wawa.
Is there going to be a Philly game involved in this? Will there be a Phillies game?
I could see it. I mean, we already got we got a lot of Phillies talk already.
Them
A
sitting
lot
next
of
to each
trivia.
other when
Embiid's not playing.
They
they're
bond,
just getting-
they
that's how
bond
they
over
bond.
their
Yeah.
frustrations
Yeah.
over the process.
Yeah.
Hasn't been healthy for 2 years.
I don't know. Pelfrey seems like a Ben Simmons guy. I don't know. I'm concerned.
Eagles game is in play. Minor league baseball. There's some minor league baseball in Pennsylvania. Maybe like a lower end MMA show.
Or you're trying to figure out what would make
Trying to
this
figure
feel
out how
the
we'd get them
most
together.
Chris and Andy.
How do they end up in the
Yeah.
same place?
Yeah.
I mean, I like Wawa personally. I think that's selling me.
It's pretty good. Maybe a Ringerverse live show
Mm.
in Philly.
Yes.
The Watch live show.
The
Rocky
Watch Live,
rewatchables.
If Inglesby wrote in a Watch live show but had actors playing Chris and Andy,
Oh
and
my
that would
God.
be a personal attack.
Well, that's
on them, I
his
think.
third
Or
pitch.
a celebration. Oh, that's the third show.
Yeah, HBO already greenlit it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Watch goes wrong.
Yeah.
All right. I'm so glad we're back
Mm.
with Prestige. This is legitimate Prestige TV.
Yes.
It is.
We're back. So we're going to cover, there's only 7 episodes. You're going to be on all of them. I'll be on some of them.
Okay.
But who knows? There's only 7. Football season.
Maybe you'll be
See,
on all of
Rob's
them.
off. Rob doesn't have basketball yet.
No.
I'm like deep down, like looking through the NFC West, trying to figure out if Arizona's going to go under
Are
for
they?
wins. Yes, I think they will.
Okay.
But
Are you
anyway,
going to win the fantasy league?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
That's big of you to admit.
Probably not. Not feeling great about it. Anyway, Joanna Robinson, great to see you again.
Good to see
Rob
you.
Mahoney, pleasure as always.
Always.
Thanks to Justin Sayles as well. Who else do we have to thank?
Hi, Grady.
Oh, Kai. Thank you. Be back in a week.